Okay, well, I burned my pizza. While I was typing this, I forgot all about feeding myself, thinking about trying to help people who really don't have a clue, trying to be helpful. So, I mean, shame on me, right? I deserve that. I deserve that burnt pizza. And it wasn't really cheap either, as a matter of fact. So, let's see if we can, there. Okay, I kinda in my little helpful mood. Some things to do a little search for, because I know there are clueless people out there. I've been one of them. I'm still one of them most of the time. Okay, let's just run through some of these. Some of the stuff to set an alert for, with like Google alerts or Talker Walker. So when they do come up in the engine, snap, you're going to get them, okay? Text for free food, Mobipons or mobile coupons for free food or freebies, whichever your choice is. Your zip code plus, eat for free, or food giveaways or free food. Your zip code plus open house, or potluck supper or community dinner. Your zip code plus church dinner. Your zip code plus Dale bread. Okay, now I'm going to back up a little bit here to this open house thing. My mom used to like to go to the ones at the bank, and they didn't feed her a lot. She'd get her coffee, or maybe a soda, or, you know, punch. I'm not really sure. Her preference, though, was coffee. At the bank, yes, and you have to look in your daily papers, and see when they announce these open houses. And it may be their anniversary, or it may be their, I don't know, bank president's birthday. Maybe that's not it, but, probably their anniversary of being in service. So maybe you'd get a little bit there, Mom used to like to go. And mainly, I guess she would get signed up for something while she was there. Now, it used to be, too, though, at banks, and this is not along the lines with food, but every time you would open an account, you would get a premium. You remember I mentioned getting premiums back in the 70s. That's what they were called. When we got the gas, it was either with so many dollars worth of gasoline or a fill up or something, and you would get something for that. And in the particular case of my favorite green goblets, they were $0.25. So, I mean, yeah, we had a good size set of those. And, let's see. Premiums also, just a little history thing. If you bought a certain brand of detergent, that was back when all detergents was powdered, granules. And down inside your box of detergent would be like towels. I know Mom had some towels that I know for a fact came out of detergent. And I don't remember the brands right now, but it might have been Lux, Lux. Okay, and let's see. When you bought a certain brand of jam or jelly, it was in a little drinking glass. I believe the only ones I remember seeing right now were the juice glass size. But still, it was, something. And there's probably more, I just can't think of them. A lot of times with the makeup, if you get a certain little selection of makeup, your premium is the zipper makeup bag that it comes in. So they give you a little something extra, which is nice. That's real nice. I wish more of them would think along those lines. Okay, so here's all the things you could do a search for. Plus this one, and it's a little more off in left field, I guess you might say. Your zip code plus AA or NA carry-in dinners or potluck open meetings. Okay, you might not personally have a drug alcohol dependency problem, but if you know someone who does, you qualify to attend the open meetings on their behalf. So, check in your area for meeting times and places in newspaper or online. Don't be a total bum. Take something, even if it's a stick of butter or a loaf of bread. Don't go empty-handed. And I say this because of all the ruckus that I know happens at those kind of 12 and 12 meetings. And there's a range of them, as you know. So, don't go just to be a bum. Nobody really wants that. Especially if you can help it, even if it's a pack of cookies. Or don't take something open, though. They might be scared. But then if they don't eat it, you get to take it home. So, whatever. All right, your zip code plus bar grills that give food to you if you buy a beer. You don't even actually have to drink it. But if you get something to eat with it, it may be worth calling them up and asking about. The same goes for casinos, right? Your zip code plus eat for free on my birthday. Okay? Tax day freebies too for your zip code. Alright, moving right along. Moving sales, average Joe residential homes where the residents of the home are fixing to move. Alright, might net you a good haul of pantry goods they may not wish to lug with them, either due to space in their vehicle or not wanting bothered with it for other reasons, or the time and energy it takes, the hassle of it all. So you might check the moving sales. There might be a whole box of food sitting there but you asked it, if it's not marked, how much for this whole box of food? Oh, how about $2, for instance. Okay? If dumpster diving isn't your thing, well, let me back up a second. You might even ask friends or neighbors if they're moving and you find out about it. Are you going to take all that food? I mean, it's going to be really heavy. It's going to take up a lot of space in that vehicle. So, there you go. Alright, if dumpster diving isn't your thing, or you aren't past getting a gag reflex, or just don't feel it's healthy or safe, or afraid to, or just can't stomach it for other reasons, you could always ask a store manager for the bruised fruit and vegetables. Because if they know it's going to be garbaged anyway, file 13, just to get it out of their hair, and then he doesn't have to take store employees' valuable time to take it out and dumpster it, right? You could do the same at a buffet. Be at a buffet at the time they close it down, or switch over to lunch from breakfast, or from lunch to lunch from breakfast, or from lunch to dinner. You might be surprised. You might be told flat out no. Don't give up. If you ask the breakfast or day manager and don't get a yes, try the night manager later in the evening. You know that, right? food pantries, food closets, church pantries. Some don't require you to sign or disclose personal info. Some do. Oatmeal, rice, beans. I always forget about oatmeal because, well, for one thing, I wasn't ever crazy about oatmeal. Pardon me. Save leftover cookies, crackers, or crumbs in a bag in the fridge. I mean in separate bags, so you don't want to put them all together. Cookies or cake can be placed in a dish and vanilla pudding added. Not just dry vanilla pudding you've mixed up with milk till it's well mixed. It doesn't have to be gel or, thickened. In fact, it shouldn't be thickened. It should be right after you blend it, and makes a great little dessert. Even if the cookies are stale, I am telling you, my mother used to take these to potlucks, just like I've described it here. And she would come home with that little pan, whatever dish, empty, scraped clean. Everybody loved that dessert. And it's because you put the variety of different leftover cookies that you saved in your Ziploc in your fridge, or a covered, bowl with an airtight lid or something like that. That whole different little variety, broken up or crumbled up down in your pan. It doesn't have to be a cake pan. It can be just she used a Pyrex, a clear glass Pyrex baking dish. But you can make it in a bowl just as easily with a lid. And then you put that pudding down. And even if they're stale, the cake or cookies, you don't want mold, but stale's fine. They'll absorb the moisture from the pudding. And it's really tasty. And then here too, I added, if you have a fruit gel to top it with, great. Like those bags of strawberry or cherry pie filling. You might have seen them at the store. They're probably 22 inches long or so. And they're full of just a fruit gel. Bananas can be sliced on as well, but will brown and turn ugly if you leave it long. Maybe wait to add them right before serving. That's the best way. And then they're nice and crisp looking, not soggy brown, yucky looking. Okay, and then this goes back to the hobo soup. When I mentioned adding gravy to hobo soup, I meant brown gravy, not white gravy. Okay, so again and again, it is totally up to you, but they're your food dollars. A lot of the time, you don't even think about throwing something out when you should be freezing it or sticking it in a soup for later and, doing something with it. But then again, they are your food dollars. So I found this wonderful search engine here, millionshort.com, and I tell everyone, well, basically, all my contacts on Facebook have seen me put this one up there with results on it. I don't know why I do things I do. Who can account for that kind of crap? Alright. For this particular bunch of results, I clicked remove top million sites. This gets you down to more of the nitty gritty. Past the paid ads, which will appear more than likely first in some of the other search engines because they get paid. Duh. Hello. You can 100,000, 10K, 100K, whichever you choose. But for this search, it was under $1 per serving 2015 because prices do change. So I wanted to expand that to 2015 just to make sure, hopefully, to get a better pricing. See you in the next video.